Hello guys, TavHD here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing, and today we're unboxing an iPhone 17 Pro Max in silver. This isn't my phone, but I insisted that I filmed this video, so yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. Also have a case, just a random case off Amazon, and also a random screen protector too. It's not a Magic John, but it will have to do. So let's take a look at this. First of all, it's a bit of a weird looking phone. Not sure if I like the way it looks, but oh well. Looking on the back, we have some of the specs. It's 256 gigabytes, which I think is the base storage. You can get up to 2 terabytes, I think, but that's going to be silly expensive. So this is just the cheapest Pro Max you can get. And looking at how thin the box is, it doesn't look like we get a lot in here. Of course, no charging brick, but it's been like that for a long time. Who knows if you even get a cable anymore? I guess we will find out. Nice to see eco-friendly packaging once again. No plastic wrapping this up. We just get 2 pull tabs. Let's see how nicely these pull. Quite respectable, to be fair. Let's do the other one. And now it's time for the dramatic grand opening of the lid. Apparently lots of engineering goes into making this dramatic. Didn't seem as dramatic as I thought. However, there we are. Nice cutout in the box for that stupid size camera. Quality box as always. And there we are. There is the phone in all of its glory. So we can lift that up with the pull tab. Nice protection on the screen, which is good to see. Let's put that to the side. And in here we get a braided cable and a SIM ejection tool. Then of course we get all our literature in here too, nicely shaped to the packaging of the box. Don't think Apple stickers are a thing anymore. I'm not going to take all this out because it's all just boring crap, but good to see that they still include an ejection tool. And of course this is a C-to-C cable. No brick, but I'm sure, as Apple says, most people have bricks by now, so it doesn't really matter. So let's now do the dramatic peeling of the screen. And this is going to be the first and last time this screen ever looks clean. So there we are, let's marvel in that for a second. Taking a look around it, this is now a 6.9 inch screen, I think. On the side we have our whatever the hell that button is, and then our up and down volume. I think it's called the action button or something like that. SIM tray is on this side too. On the top we get nothing. On the bottom we get our speakers and our USB-C port. Then on the other side we have our weird camera thing. Still don't really know how that works. Then we also have our power button. It is quite nicely rounded on the back. It does feel quite nice. I believe this is ceramic, not glass. Then the rest of it is just metal. We'll see how well this holds up. There have been reports of all the colour coming off, but we'll see if that's actually real or just people being dramatic. But I think that is quite a comfortable phone to hold. Before I turn it on, I thought we would do a quick size check. There is the 17 Pro Max. Here is my trusty old stupid iPhone 8 Plus. Screen on this 5.5, this 6.9. But if you look at them side by side, there's actually not that much in it in terms of the size difference. You can probably tell the newer one is thicker. I'm glad Apple is doing what's right and not just making things stupidly thin for the fun of it. Then if we turn it the other way around, you can see just how much the cameras have got bigger. I'm sure you can see that. Does this wobble? Yes, it wobbles. Does this wobble? Yeah, so not really that much of a big deal. Now if we compare the new one to something that's a bit more modern, this is my 15 Pro Max. You tell me, which one do you think is a better looking phone? I think I'm going to go with the 15. I don't think this is hideous. I just think it's a bit of a weird design choice, but you can see how they have changed the material. Mine's titanium, this is aluminium again, and the back is more curved on the new one. To be fair, it is more comfortable to hold, so I suppose that is a positive. But now let's turn this on and get it set up. And look at that, it is saying hello, as it does. So let's go ahead with this. It's got half a charge. It thinks it's 1 minute past 5 in the morning. A little bit confused, but that looks okay. United Kingdom. Default, medium or large appearance. It's good that they give you that option, but we're just going to go with default. Gives you the option to quickly set up from another iPhone. So what we're going to do is actually do this and transfer everything across. I've never done this before, but let's give this a go. Okay, so what we're going to do is hold the old phone up to the new phone, doing that pretty pattern. Then let's sign in, and now we get to finish on the new iPhone. Okay, now it's going to set up. I've never done this before, so I don't know how long it'll take. Considering this is going from a 14 to a 17, and this phone has been used since the 14 came out, there is a lot of things on it. So let's see how this goes. Let's connect to the Wi-Fi for this to do its thing. Okay, so these are the options we get. Transfer your data. You can download from iCloud, but not everything's going to be in there, or we can transfer directly from the other iPhone, and the estimated time for that is 45 to 55 minutes. So let's do that and actually see how long that takes. Let's just agree to that, just like no one ever does, and continue, and yeah, let's just see how this goes. Continue, agree with all this, why not? Apple Intelligence, that is a problem for later. Camera control, so now it's going to tell us how to use that odd new button. I don't really know about that. And then action button, you can do whatever you want with that, of course. Just leave that as mute for now. Siri, continue.
The colours of the sky fade with the setting sun. As the stars begin.
The colours of the sky fade with the setting sun.
The colours of the sky fade with the setting sun.
We'll go with Yorkshire Lady, shall we? And let's not do the beta program, or shall we? Nah, let's not do that. Oh, if you don't continue in the beta program, it will not be transferred. Maybe the iPhone 14 is already in the beta program, so we're going to have to continue with that anyway. Emergency SOS, yep, that's all well and good. And there is a software update to do as well, so let's do that. Of course, agree to all that. Now we'll just let this do its thing for a bit. Alright, so that is now all done. Let's slide up, and there we are. It says restore completed. Apps and data will continue downloading in the background. So let's go and continue and sign into Apple ID. Okay, Apple Pay. Let's do that later because that's always hassle. Apple Intelligence, I've already said I'm not interested. Okay, camera button again. Let's just agree to that. Action button, I'm sure we've already done this once, but of course you can set that to do whatever the hell you want. That looks quite fancy. Welcome to iOS 26. All very, very fun. And there we are. That is all set up, and as you can see, everything else will continue to download in the background, but that is now all good to use. Okay, so here's the screen protector. It is a JetTech tempered glass one. I used to have a JetTech case on my Samsung Galaxy J5 2016 back in the day. Comes with 3 lots of cleaning wipes and cloths. We get a warranty card, installation guide. We get the magical frame to help you line everything up. That is quite cool to see. Ah, we actually get 3 of them. That's why there's 3 lots of wipes. So if I mess it up, I can try 2 more times. I think this was £12, so 3 for £12 seems very good. That'll either be very good or very, very bad. I guess we will find out. So for once I'm actually going to follow the instructions. Managed to get quite a lot of finger juice already on the screen. So I'm going to use the magical things that they include. We'll use the little wipe and then the little cloth, and hopefully that will clean the screen. If it doesn't work, I'll just use a cloth that I've already got. This wipe smells quite nice, so let's give this a clean. And I'd say that is probably about as clean as it's going to get. So if I look at the instructions that I've got back here, step 2 is to click this thing over the top of the phone. It tells you which way is up and which way is down. So let's put that on. There we go, that just fits on quite snugly. Just so I followed it correctly, I'm going to use the dust removal sticker. Don't think it's strictly necessary. We might as well do the process right, just so I don't get shouted at. Can't really delay this, let's just put it on. There we go, it is now attaching itself. It says just hold it in one place, but that doesn't seem to be working, so I'll just press it in lots of places and hope that it attaches. So I think there was a bit of user error and we've ended up with lots of bubbles that won't seem to budge, but that's a problem for later. It's a good job they gave you 3, and here is the case. This is also a Jet Tech case. Let's just plonk it in there, see if it actually fits. Seems to fit, that looks alright. I still wouldn't say it's a particularly pretty looking phone, but yeah, it's alright in this case. Seems to fit quite nicely too. As you can see, there's the cutout for that camera thing, lock button, volume buttons, action button, all looking very good. So I think that is where I'm going to leave it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll have to now try and sort this screen protector, but that's not a problem for this video. So thanks again. I will see you next time. Goodbye. There we are, managed to make it look alright. I had to show that so everyone didn't think I was inept, but there we are. All the bubbles are gone.